With a new Superman movie on the way, there's new toys hitting store shelves. And most people know about Mattel's upcoming 6-inch figure line, some of the play sets and that kind of stuff, but I was surprised to find this new budget line at Big Lots. How does it stand up? Are they any good? Are they plagued by the same problems that the Dark Knight line had? Well, let's take a look. The first thing you can see is that the packaging really is nothing special. This is a continuation of the budget line for the Dark Knight. And just like that, it's just a simple package. You got some movie artwork, character artwork, and that's it. The back of the package is somewhat maddening because it doesn't even show you the other figures in the line or tell you their names or how many there are or anything. So really, you've got the plainest package possible, but still containing all the information that they're required to have legally. Also, for those of you that absolutely must have them without the stickers on the package, well, you're going to have to do some digging. Maybe ask if they've got some in the back that they haven't priced yet, or I don't know. But trying to take the sticker off, the sticker kind of rips apart. It does rip off some of the artwork, and it even kind of separated the plastic printed cover on the front from the actual cardboard underneath, making it warped and bubbled. So if you're one of those mint on card collectors, you're going to have a hard time. But it's a budget line. What do you expect? Now, all of the Superman figures just say Superman on the box. There's no other names given. But besides what I'm calling here the classic Superman, I was able to find a few others. I'm calling this one Kryptonian Suit Superman. This one is Kryptonian Battlesuit Superman Mark 1. Hey, it works for Iron Man. Let me use it for Superman. Why not? And I dub the Kryptonian Battlesuit Mark II, because I can. And finally, General Zod. Now, once we get the figure out of the package, I have to say, he actually looks pretty good. I mean, as far as 3 3/4 inch figures go these days, he's got a nice texture to him. The texture you can see on the suit in all the trailers and promotional materials. And his arms are actually pretty well articulated for being the budget line. Not only does the elbow move, but the shoulders move and have more of just your basic pin joint. It's more than that. It actually allows itself to move to a pretty good range of motion. So I'm actually kind of surprised and happy. Now, there's no twist at the waist, and the legs, they don't move very well. The knees don't bend, and so the legs just kind of stick out a little bit. But granted, he's not going to be on any vehicles, probably not sitting down in a chair, not that big of a deal. The head spins all the way around, and his cape sits on the back. It's actually a plastic cape instead of a cloth cape. Now, I know there are a lot of people that prefer the cloth capes to the plastic ones, but I prefer the plastic. And so I'm actually overall pretty happy with the articulation, the sculpt, and the overall build of the figure. I'm pretty happy, especially considering this is the budget line. Now, the first obvious comparison that needs to be made is with the Batman line from Dark Knight. And as you can see, they didn't hold up very well. They were not the best made figures. They were well sculpted, they looked very nice, but there was no articulation in the arms, only in the legs, and the quality on these figures, you can see, yeah, they break pretty easily. These figures were brittle and just overall kind of garbage, but they had the cloth capes. That made a lot of people happy. The arms, though, the shoulders were a simple pin joint and didn't move, and so overall, they were garbage. Now, the Kryptonian suit Superman is basically the same as your other Superman. The build, the quality, they just took the same mold, the same materials, and they just made him gray and black instead of the blue, red, and yellow. But again, it looks cool. It looks nice. It has the same articulation. So overall, again, it's a nice figure. Taking a look at Zod for the moment, Zod is the same figure as the other two. Same build, same articulation, same quality. They just painted him black with the gray symbol on his chest and gave him the different head. But otherwise, everything that applies to the other figures applies here, except, of course, he doesn't have a cape. One thing I will say, though, is that Zod has appeared in all the promotional materials with a goatee, some facial hair at the bottom. This figure doesn't have it. In fact, it's not even sculpted on. But it does look more or less like the actor's face, and he does have that stupid kind of Nero Caesar haircut to him. So overall, he looks like the guy from the movie. And again, budget line, $5 figure. It's good. Now, here's the Kryptonian Battlesuit Mark I figure. It has the same articulation of the others. It's got that nice shoulder joint to it, the elbows. The legs are, of course, the same. It's got the plastic cape, so your mileage of enjoyment may vary depending on how much you hate having that plastic cape sticking out in the back. Now, we don't know how this compares to anything in the movie. Is this even in the movie? I don't know. I would guess so. So we can't really compare it as far as that goes. But it's a completely unique sculpt. It's brand new for this figure in this line. It looks nice. Quality's nice. I like it. Here's another crazy figure from the line. This is the one I'm calling the Battlesuit Mark II. It's a bigger, beefier, bulkier version of the Battlesuit that we saw before. And in many ways, I like this a lot more. You can see by comparison, it's got bigger gauntlets, bigger shoulders, bigger headdress, and again, a completely unique original sculpt for this line. For a budget line, they're doing a lot of extra sculpts. I'm kind of impressed by how Mattel is approaching this one compared to the Batman line. Regardless, it has the same joints. Again, we get super mobile shoulders, we get the moving elbows, the legs, yes, there's no waist twist, and they just kind of stick out forward. The cape, though, folds a little differently, and you may notice that it acts a little differently because it is made of a different type of plastic. It's translucent. It actually looks really cool. I have no idea if this is even in the movie or how this compares to anything in the movie, but overall, as a figure, I really dig this figure. I don't know why. Maybe it's just so weird, goofball, oddball that it's just, I'm going to like it because it's weird. But overall, as far as the line goes, if I was only going to buy, a couple of these, I'd probably buy that Superman, the Zod, and this one. Now, yes, this line overall does suffer from stunted articulation, and that's part of the budget line. But compared to many other toy lines, the reuse of the body is actually not that uncommon. And so, compared to a lot of the other 3 3/4 inch figures, for $5, he's really not that bad of a deal. Those Kryptonian battlesuits really don't seem that out of place, and they don't suffer the same quality problems, except for, again, when it comes to standing because of those legs. But if you're going to look at this line as one that you can collect all 5 of these figures for $25 plus tax, it's actually a pretty good deal. I can even use the good articulation of the Superman line to hold up gimpy Batman. Well, at least until Zod decides to attack, that is.